Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of CAMBUS News. I'm Christian.
And I'm Aurora, and today we'd like to bring an especially important holiday to your attention.
That's right, today is National Junk Food Day, and we'd all like you to celebrate with the greasiest,
nastiest,
and most cholesterol-inducing junk food you can find.
But before you do that, let's move on to today's safety reminders.
First off, we'd like to remind everyone about the Clinton and Iowa stop, specifically a procedure with that. When you're approaching the Clinton and Iowa stop and there's a bus already boarding or alighting passengers there, please make sure you're pulling up behind them and servicing the stop as well. We've had some people call up and complain that their buses left them behind there. So just make sure you take time to stop and check if anyone needs to get on your bus.
Next, let's talk about construction, as if you haven't already gotten enough of that this summer. Make sure you're always going no more than 15 miles per hour through construction zones. This means any zone or area that has cones around it. Do make sure you're slowing down to 15 miles per hour before you reach the construction zone. In addition, always turn your hazards on. This does include Hawkeye Ramp Drive, formerly known as Lot 43 Drive.
We'd like to remind anyone who has been gone for the whole summer, or pretty much the summer up until this point, that you must schedule retraining with Supervisor Hannah. It'll be a quick 2-hour session with one of us trainers, just to make sure you still feel comfortable driving a bus. You will not be able to pick up any shifts until you've scheduled this, or until you've completed this retraining, so make sure you get that done.
And also remember to let en route trainees answer the radio while they are driving if your bus is radioed. They need the practice, and so do you. Another thing to keep in mind is to remember the 3 stops out of the barn. The first one is at the barn doors to make sure that you don't hit your mirrors.
They ask you how you are, and you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
The second one is just behind the sidewalk to make sure you don't hit any pedestrians. And the third one is at the end of the apron to make sure you don't hit any cars. Another thing to keep in mind in relation to speed limit, like I mentioned earlier, is that going 5 miles per hour or more over the speed limit could get you an LOR. So please watch your speed at all times. Your speed can be tracked as well.
And lastly, with all the construction going on and all the reroutes and detours, you could end up having to make some tight maneuvers. So if you ever feel like a turn or another action could result in an accident, and you don't feel 100% about it, don't go. In situations like this, just radio dispatch or ask another support member for help.
Well, that was all. Thank you for watching. Remember to be safe. Bye.